What is up, Boston Silkscar fans, and welcome to our PGL Week 7 matchup against Gearhart, who I think is at the top of the league. So this is going to be a tough match. He has a crazy hard team to prep for, guys. He's got Curum White, which is just so intense. Plus, other than that, the rest of his team counters my team so well. So in preparation, I was struggling really hard to make this team. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, but let's jump right into the battle because I know that he is waiting. Let's go with our party Pokemon, obviously. There we go. So yeah, guys, I am very nervous for this game. Guys, go check out Gearhart, by the way. He's doing an amazing season this season, so definitely something to go check out over there. Now, I see that the only difference I can see is that he brought Mega Absol over Bronzong / all those other things. So Mega Absol. So I guessed his team fairly well, which is surprising because there was tons of different things he could have brought. However, I do think that I brought probably one of the I picked some of the better choices to go up against my team. So obviously that's showing through right now. I think my best bet could be to lead Conkeldurr, believe it or not. Oh, actually, he did bring Hippowdon over the Thundurus. I almost missed that. So he did bring Hippowdon, which is kind of a bummer. Didn't really want him to bring that. We'll set it up as a physical wall for now until we figure out what it actually is. So I can go with a... I don't know, my friends. I don't know. I could lead Conkeldurr and go from there, but if he starts with his... there's a lot of things he could lead with that wouldn't be great. You know what? I'm gonna lead Conkeldurr because we're running out of time. Honestly, I don't know how this team will do. I really don't. I'm really nervous about it, guys. Like I said, prepping for his team this week was incredibly difficult, and I honestly don't think I brought a great team this week, but I'm gonna do the very best that I can to play the best that I can. I just don't have very high hopes, and I'm not giving up on myself. I'm gonna try, but I'm just saying that it doesn't look too great. We do get a great lead here, though, in the Mega Absol, so okay with that. Definitely okay with that. I'd say my best bet is to go for a Drain Punch, or actually he could go for Play Rough, so I might want to just go for the Mach Punch. I mean, he's gonna switch out. If he switches out, I'd rather hit. And plus, if we destroy him with the Drain Punch, so. I mean, I could Mach Punch right now just to be safe, not make any too early predictions. A Mach Punch doesn't really put Hippowdon low enough, though. Mach Punch obviously doesn't really hurt Florges very much. I mean, Mach Punch, I could just go for it. I mean, he's going to switch out, though, right? We're going to live a Play Rough. We would live a Play Rough. So, Drain Punch might be the better play here. I'm going to click Drain Punch. I clicked it! He's going to withdraw, so I'm glad I went with Drain Punch as opposed to the other thing. So, definitely happy with that. Brings out his Florges, who is going to be physically bulky, it seems. I mean, obviously it's not very effective or anything, but let's check this out. Let's check what I'm running for his currently. I actually do have it as physically defensive, so my calc should be correct on here. So, yeah, that was definitely physically defensive McDougar-Donger. I have to assume that he is either going to go for his Moonblast this turn, or try to set up a Calm Mind. I could stay in Poison Jab. I do have Poison Jab, but Conkeldurr is pretty important in this match. Definitely important this match. So I could also bring in a... Mew. I could bring in Scavalier. He could have Hidden Power Fire, though. If he does, it's not looking too good for us. Let's double check what his Hidden Power Fire damage would be. Hidden Power. And that would be Fire. Oh, okay, I don't know how to change that, actually. Shoot. Okay. You know what? We'll just ignore that for now, but I think it would do a lot of damage. So I'm going to actually switch out, I think, this turn. If he sets up, it's not looking too great, but we'll go Escavalier, I think. Is that too obvious? I feel like that's too obvious. All right, I'm going to go Escavalier. I'm going to go with the obvious play. If it's HP Fire, then good play. He definitely prepped well for this, if that's the case. So he's going to go for the Moonblast. That's fine. We should be able to take that fairly well as we switch into Ledger here, who can easily go for an Iron Head now. Potentially kill this thing. I don't think so, since it is bulky. Iron Head will also hurt. Let's see, a good chunk of Mons. I think his best switch-in would be his Embor to this right now, for sure. So we could predict that and go for a Drill Run, but if he is carrying HP Fire, we're still looking pretty dangerous, and we lose a great counter to Florges. I think I could go for the Drill Run, though, and be pretty safe, since he doesn't have any flying Pokemon or anything like that. Do I want to, though? First play he made was he stayed in with Moonblast. Or no, he switched out, and I was right on that. So I'm going to go for the Drill Run this turn. He does withdraw. Is he going to go Embor? Let's find out. Wagner is the Hippowdon, who's actually going to take this Drill Run very, very well. Okie dokie. I was hoping for the Embor switch, but that works for me. Okay. So our counter to this thing is Donphan also setting up rocks, because the rocks are going to be super important, and going for a Rapid Spin. That's all we can do. I mean, this is the best chance to get Banjo in there and set up these rocks, which are really going to hurt Kyurem. They're going to hurt Kyurem, not really bad, and they're also going to hurt the Embor, so definitely want to get Banjo out there right now. He is going to set up his Stealth Rocks, as we thought. And I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks. Gonna go for the Stealth Rocks of my own. I would love to get these things up. So we do outspeed his Hippowdon, which is funny. I didn't know what Hippowdon speed was, but I know that Donphan's is pretty low. He goes for an Ice Fang. It's gonna hurt, but not too bad. We definitely are taking that like a champ. Good job, Banjo, man. You're so bulky. You're so fat, Banjo. In the nicest way possible, Banjo. The nicest way possible. You are fat. Alright, now this turn, we go for a Rapid Spin. I hate that I get shaky. Like, Pokemon should never make you nervous, but it makes me so dang nervous. It makes me so nervous. So I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin, get away the rocks on our side of the field, because those things would be very annoying. Does he get Rapid Spin? I don't think Hippowdon gets Defog or Rapid Spin. I can't see it getting it, but let's see. Hippowdon. I've been wrong about things in the past, so let's check. Rapid Spin he does not get. Does he get Defog? No, he does not. I didn't think he did, but it's always worth checking. So there's the Rapid Spin, and we're going to see him go for another Stealth Rocks, obviously predicting the Rapid Spin, which is fine. Yeah, that's fine. So this turn, we can actually go for an Earthquake, or we can knock off his leftovers this turn. We can even go for another Rapid Spin. I'm going to go for a knockoff in case he decides to switch something in here. That's what I'm going to go for. Let's see if it's a play or not. We'll see. So if we can knock off something important on this team, it would be clutch. If we can knock off a Scarf, if we can knock off a Sash. I mean, obviously, knocking off a Sash doesn't make any sense because we have Stealth Rocks up now. I don't know why I said that. Shut up, True. He does withdraw, making a third prediction this game. And he's going to go into his Florges, who is going to get knocked off, but it's not going to be a massive deal or anything like that. So, here comes the knockoff. Okay, and Banjo isn't super important this game, to be completely honest. Not super important. He does tank Embor fairly well, actually. I was thinking that this turn we could go for Rapid Spin to get rid of our rocks, but I mean an Energy Blast. I mean Energy Ball would be doing quite a bit of damage to us. I think we live it, though. I don't want him setting up Calm Minds, but then we're kind of screwed either way if we go for Rapid Spin right now. So, I think Mew. I think's me a Mew this turn. However, we could bring in Mani, which 42% from a Moonblast does not look like a great thing, but I'd love to get Toxic on this guy. We could also go for an Earthquake, which just would bring the damage down even more. Let's see what else. And Rapid Spin would be so nice, but I just don't think it's the time or place for that. Okay, gotta make our decision. I'm thinking Mew. Thinking Mew. Mew, 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 mew. Okay, we're gonna try it, guys. We're gonna try it. You know, it's worth trying. So Mew's gonna come in here this turn. I try to reach for my water, but I shake so badly that I can't. This should not make me this nervous. He's going to go for Hidden Power. I'm assuming that's Fire, so awesome to see that he does have it. We now know he has got the HP Fire. I knew that was coming, guys. I knew it. Okay, so this turn, we set up our Rock Polish. This turn, we do set up our Rock Polish, followed by a Nasty Plot. And we go ham, jabronis. Ham, jabronis. I don't know what I was singing. Please don't ask me. I have no idea. Okay. This is really early to be setting up, guys, to be completely honest. This might not work out, but I kind of felt like I need to set up against Florges if I'm going to set up against anything. So, yeah. He's going to set up his Calm Mind. I saw that coming. I did see that coming. So... let's double check this really quickly. Florges is at +1. And he's doing about 40% to Mew. That's insane. That's crazy. Okay, well, Mew, this turn could go for Side Shock, but it's not going to do very much. Or we can go for a Nasty Plot. We're doing 47, which is still not a lot. What do we have on Gardevoir? Much. Okay. So I think this turn we're going to go for that Nasty Plot. So I'm going to set up the Nasty Plot. I can either go for a Psyshock. He's going to go for his Moonblast. Let's see. Hopefully it won't do as much as the Calcs predict. No, it does exactly what the Calcs predict. So either this turn we can get off that 40% damage, or we can Baton Pass away this stuff to our Gardevoir, who isn't really going to take hits too well, but she could dish out a, let's see, massive... She could dish out 51% of this thing, not worth it. Yeah, this is probably not ideal. Not ideal at all. We're gonna go for a Psyshock. I'm gonna use the Psyshock, hopefully hurting this thing pretty significantly. There we go, pretty decent chunk of damage. I'm hoping we can live this hit. We do live it, but we get a special attack drop. Very unfortunate indeed. As this turn, I think he might want to preserve his Florges, so he might switch out. If that's the case, I would like to Baton Pass this turn. Most definitely. To Gardevoir. The only problem is that he does have his Mega Absol waiting, who is going to Sucker Punch us into oblivion if this play does not go as planned. So, that's my biggest fear right now. We outspeed. We could easily go for a Psyshock. Psyshock hurts everything. Except, you know what? Wait, did I click on time? Yeah, okay. It's like, it didn't let me choose, like, for some reason I was thinking Baton Passing, I got to choose right away which Pokemon, but no, it waits for the play to end. We're going to go into Heartfilia. the Gardevoir. This is Gardevoir's premier game, so we'll see how this goes. Is he going to stay in or switch to Mega Absol, expecting the Psy Shock? We shall find out in just a second. He is going to stay in, go for the Moonblast. That very unfortunate set of circumstances right there. Wow, that did a lot more than I had thought. And he gets another special attack drop. Our Citrus Berry does pop, which is great, but yeah, not looking too great here. Not looking too good. This plan did not go as hoped. We are going to go now, though, for a good old Moonblast. Good old-fashioned Moonblast. Let's bring Mew back down to 0. And we're going to go ahead and put you at +2. I honestly think Moonblast is a good play to make. Moonblast. Moonblast! Now he brings in his Mega Absol, and we're looking a little bit in trouble. He lived that? Why are my calcs weird? What's going on here? He should not have lived that. He should not have lived that. Even with his Calm Mind. He had 1 Calm Mind. Oh, because our special attack got dropped to 1. +1. I still don't think he should have lived, but... that stinks. If our special attack didn't get dropped like that, people are looking so much better right now. Oh, that hurts. That absolutely hurts. Okay, maybe we let Mavis go down. Or we let Harfeely go down. Just go for another Moonblast. He's just going to Synthesis again, though. Oh, well. We'll go for a Moonblast. Maybe we'll get a special attack drop. We do not snag a special attack drop, unfortunately, as he goes for another Synthesis. I wish, at this point, I had brought Calm Mind over Heal Bell. I thought about doing it, but I was like, oh, I'm going to need Heal Bell. I'll probably need Heal Bell. So we're going to go for another Moonblast. Let's just hope that we get a special attack drop one of these times. That'd be nice. There it is. That's good. So he's going to set up another Calm Mind. Of course, not looking too great for us there. So he's still at +1 with that, but honestly, at this point, Gardevoir's pretty useless. I kind of have to just kind of let you go down. Special attack is at +2. I'm not too worried, to be completely honest. Not too worried. I'm gonna go for another Moonblast. I know it's kind of stupid, but we're gonna go for another Moonblast. Maybe get a crit or something, or another special attack drop. We did get the crit. Awesome. I'm sorry I had the hope for the crit there, but it had to happen. Gearhart's gonna go crazy over that one. I'm sorry, bud, but it needed to happen. So thank you very much, Hartfelia, for pulling through on that. I really appreciate it. You are coming to like every game now. Seriously. What is up with my team this season and me calling out the crits and them just going for it? It's like, okay, so Sucker Punch is coming here, obviously. Let's see here. I can't live a Sucker Punch. Mew can't set up against anything. Let's like just kind of get rid of Florges and see what Mew could set up against. Honestly, nothing. Mew's too low. I mean, maybe a Hippowdon. Let's check over here. Yeah, Mew couldn't even set up against a Hippowdon, so that's not too great. But thinking that we could switch out, but what's the point? Sucker Punch, man. Sucker Punch kills us like no one's business. Shoot. Alright, we'll just go down. Harfelia is going to go down. It's kind of sad, but it's going to happen. Dang. Yeah, there's not anything we could have done there. Like, I could have switched into something and got a free switch. Actually, that would have made a lot more sense now that I think about it on a Sucker Punch. But, oh well. Hindsight's 20/20. That's okay. we'll deal with it. I could have switched into something else on Sucker Punch. I don't know why I just kind of blanked on that. But, so now we can bring in, a lot of stuff. I mean, we can just bring in Conkeldurr and go for another Mach Punch. We can go... One thing is, I don't really want Conkeldurr to get low because now he has to deal with the Kyurem. So we could bring in Donphan and go for an Earthquake or even a Rapid Spin, anything like that. We could bring in Dirty Dan, like I said, and go for a Mach Punch. But I don't want you to get low from a Sucker Punch. I mean, how much is Sucker Punch doing? I'm gonna go for a Sucker Punch. It's not really even doing that much, to be honest. So, I think Dirty Dan's gonna come in. Go Dirty Dan, and we're gonna go... Because, I mean, his best move to go for is to play rough. If I go for Mach Punch, I kill this thing. But he can switch in so many different things instead. I mean, his Emboar can come in. His Hippowdon can come in. He can switch to, like, anything, really. So, I might just want to go for a Drain Punch again. I don't know if it's the best bet. Play Rough, I think, has a chance to crit, so I'm going to go for the Mach Punch. He is going to withdraw. I do wish I had gone for the Drain Punch, but I think I made a safer play. Hopefully that won't come back to bite us in the butt. It is going to be the Hippowdon that comes out as we go for a Mach Punch. Let's check if Hippowdon gets any fairy moves or anything like that. Just anything crazy, like Play Rough or anything. Fairy. No. Okay, what else? Psychic. I doubt he gets any Psychic moves, but he could have... like HP Psychic, that would be random and weird, but I think we're alright. I don't want to take too much damage from this thing, though, so I could come into Mani here this turn. I think that's what I'm going to do. Actually, going to come into Mani and go for a Toxic. Go Toxic, Toxic Foul Play, Wish, etc. Unfortunately, the rocks are still up on our side of the field, which is a huge bummer. That did a lot more than I thought it did. Or thought it would, rather. And I'm going to set up a Toxic. And he's going to switch in something on this, but honestly... Oh, he could bring in Nidoking. Could come in this turn. Nidoking could come in this turn, and Foul Play would be pretty huge. And he would get a free switch in on our Toxic. So, is that the play I want to make? I may want to just try and protect this turn, or Foul Play this turn, and see what he kind of wants to go for. I'm going to go for Foul Play. He is going to withdraw and go into Wilson, the Absol. The Absol. I wish I had gone for Toxic still. I thought he was going to bring in his Nidoking on this this Foul Play. We still should do quite a bit of damage with that Foul Play, however, which is great. Definitely great. The thing is that he could easily set up a Swords Dance here, which, if he does, doesn't look too good for us. Let's just double check what he'd be doing with that that Swords Dance. I believe he would be wrecking shop. Let's see. So a knockoff would really hurt on anything after a Swords Dance. So we might want to stick in here and go for another Foul Play. Foul Play. I mean, are we living a superpower? If he decides to go superpower, we're really probably not living a superpower. So what's the play, True? I could go for a Protect, but if he sets up a Swords Dance, then that's game. I'll play Donphan. I'll play Donphan. I bring in Donphan, who, let's check Donphan's health. Donphan is currently at nearly full health, so after a Swords Dance, does Donphan hurt? What just happened? I may just go for another foul play here. 14 seconds. Just go for another foul play. He is going to use play rough, which should take us down. Oh, actually, we do live the play rough, which is great. This Mega Absol's out of the way. That is dead Mega Absols. Cool, 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 cool. Very, very cool. I thought that he might bring superpower, but yeah, we were wrong there. So phone went off. Sorry about that, guys. Let me just see. I have like no patience. I just need to check. Oh, it's not even for me. I don't even know what that is. Okay. So Monty's in here. He's looking good. Any other setup mons? I mean, he could set up his Kyurem, Learn Dragon Dance. I kind of assume so. Let's check. Dragon. Broken if it does. I mean, it's already kind of broken, but it doesn't. We're just gonna have a nasty plot or anything weird now. So I think we'd be okay to go for a protect, just to get up a little bit more health. Really, yeah. So we'll see what he decides to go for this turn. What about? I mean, Emboar can go for a bulk up, right? There's Nidoking. He can go for a bulk up on Emboar if he wanted, but he didn't bring Emboar out. Let's double check with Nidoking. Get any setup? Swords Dance. No. Nest Plot. No. I know, guys, this is crazy, but I want to win this if I can. Let's guess bulk up. No. Okay. So this turn, I think we can go for a protect. I do. I really do. I do. Let's go for a protect, see what he locks himself into if he's scarfed. That's the play to make. He is going to go for Earth Power, so let's see what that does to some of our mons. He's not necessarily scarfed or anything, but that's what I'm kind of assuming he is. So let's see. Earth Power, we might live in Earth Power. I don't think so, but we might. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. We need Monty anymore for anything. I don't really think we need Monty, to be completely honest. So I'm going to go for a Wish this turn. And if we live, that's awesome. So he goes for his Earth Power. We do not live, unfortunately, for us. That is a dead Monty. Dang. Dang, Daniel. So Earth Power hurt pretty good. Ice Beam will kill us if he has Ice Beam. He may just have to suck it up, go Dirty Dan, go for an Ice Punch. That may be what we have to do here, unfortunately. So if he isn't scarfed and he goes for an Ice Beam and he's mixed, it doesn't look good. I do think he's scarfed though, but he could just be faking it so well. Donphan, come in, Earthquake. A good idea? Okay, I kind of feel like it is. I mean, then he brings in his big, powerful Kyurem. We're looking a little bit more in trouble. So, you know what? I'm gonna go Banjo, I think, here. I'm really hesitant on this, guys. I'm very hesitant on this. Alright, I'm gonna bring in Banjo. I know it's weird. Probably not the best play to make. I'm just hoping he's scarfed. That's it, really. I'm just hoping he's scarfed. So I can go for this Earthquake. I could also go for a knockoff. And knock off whatever Kyurem is, but... You go for an Earthquake. He is going to withdraw. Go into his Chancellor. That's the Kyurem for sure. That sounds like a Kyurem name. If if you've ever asked me. So that's scary. It's definitely scary, but we're going to get some chip damage off on this thing, so I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. I think that was a crit. I feel awful now that I've gotten 2 crits. But Banjo, man, that is just fantastic, Banjo. You made my day, Banjo. You made my fudging day. Alright. So we can't switch into a Draco, although we could, because then we could Mach Punch. We could sack off Mew this turn. Bring in Conkeldurr, Mach Punch, which will hurt a good amount of things on his team. I mean, not really. It doesn't hurt Hippowdon too bad. So this turn we may want to stick in here with Banjo and go for another Earthquake. Banjo can live this hit. We're looking great. He goes for Roost. I forgot that he got Roost. I forgot about Roost. So that Earthquake is kind of, unfortunately, null and void. That crit Earthquake from before. See, he's leftovers. Let's make note of that. He's actually leftovers. Leftovers. Make a note of that. Cool. We're living things a little bit better now. We're just going to keep going for these Earthquakes. You can go for another Roost. Just waste all your Roosts right now. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine and dandy, man. he has leftovers, which I'm thinking about knocking off, but I don't know if that's worth it. It might just be. Alright. So this turn, does he go Ice Beam? This turn he goes Ice Beam. We could sack off Mew and get a clean switch into Conkeldurr. Fusion Flare, if he's got that, doesn't really hurt Conk too much. Doesn't even hurt Mew that much. Does Mew live Rocks, though? This may come down to getting rid of Rocks this turn. Would that be stupid? Mew gets a switch in if we get rid of Rocks. Go for a Rapid Spin this turn. He's gonna go for the Ice Beam. That shouldn't kill us. It should bring us down to our Sturdy though for sure. Wait, what? Oh, because our Sturdy broke because of the Rocks. For some reason, I thought if you got back up to full for some reason, it reset. Don't know why I thought that. Do not know why I thought that. So we just sacked off Banjo, which was kind of stupid of me. I was thinking since Banjo was at full, he would live because of Sturdy. Clearly, I don't know the metagame very well. So now we can bring in Conkeldurr and finish this thing off with a Mach Punch, maybe a Drain Punch. No, we have to go for Drain Punch. We could come in with Escavalier and go for Iron Head, but he's got Fusion Flare for that. And yeah, so I think Conkeldurr has to come in, unfortunately. It's kind of earlier than I wanted him to come in, but he has to. He can easily switch out to his Hippowdon here. And a Drain Punch isn't doing enough, really. Yeah. But that's the play I have to make. I have to go for the Drain Punch. I can't make any other play. Kind of locked into this one, guys. Kind of locked into this one. So we can see he is going to withdraw. Kind of what I figured, but it's Q. It's Q, man. It's Q. So we're going to see Wagner here, unfortunately. And he's going to eat this up for breakfast unless we crit it, which we aren't going to get the crit, unfortunately. It's kind of really hoping for the crit, but it's not going to happen. Mew could come in here and die to the Earthquake, which... I mean, honestly, I don't know. We could bring in Escavalier, who isn't going to take the Earthquake great, but we could fire off a Mega Horn and, I mean, damage this thing a little bit. Unfortunately, we don't have any wall breaker for this situation, and I think that's our biggest downfall right now, is no wall breaker. We're kind of relying all on Conkeldurr to just go for some wild stuff here. The thing is, I mean, yeah, once he brings in his Kyurem again, we're screwed. We're screwed. So, I can go for Drain Punch, just get some health back, or I can go for the Ice Punch and hope for something crazy, but I think we got to go for the Drain Punch to just get some health back. He's going to go for Slack Off. Forgot about things like that. Slack off, man. Slack off. Seriously, bruh. Alright, so there's the Drain Punch. Do you see Leftovers? I forgot that Leftovers weren't knocked off of him. And you know what? Let's go for an Ice Punch this turn. So he's going to go for Earthquake. It's going to do a good chunk of damage to us. But Ice Punch should connect. Hurt this thing pretty good back. As I assume he's going to go for another Slack Off, and we're going to go for a Drain Punch. Going to use Slack Off as we go for Drain Punch. Just trying to keep our health as high as possible. He's going to run out of those eventually. We'll just kind of mess around with that. So we'll try and get him low again, actually, and bring Mew in. Would be a plan. I don't know if Mew actually dies to rocks or not, but he could. And we're going to go for another Drain Punch this turn. Get back as much health as possible, as he probably goes for an Earthquake. He does go for his Earthquake. And that brings us pretty low, but we're going to hit this Drain Punch. This is just going to be back and forth for a bit, guys. Back and forth for a bit. Unfortunately, our Conkeldurr is just going to get so low that we kind of are at too low of health to win the game. It's very unfortunate, but it happens. So we could try and bring in Mew, set up a... I don't know if there's any point to setting up a Rock Polish or a Nasty Plot. I'm bringing the Scavalier. Go for Mega Horns. Go for the Ice Punch this turn. He is just going to use Slack Off. Unfortunately, I should have went for the Drain Punch. Really stupid play on my part. I was hoping that maybe he was going to get Gutsy this turn and just kind of play off of his mistake. But there's that. He gets that Leftovers back. And we're going to go... into Mavis. No. I'm going to go for the Drain Punch. Get some more health back as he goes for Earthquake. Of course, this part's probably going to get sped up in post-editing here, because this is dragging on quite a bit. So here's the Drain Punch. And we're at really low health now, unfortunately, for us. As we're going to just kind of go for craziness and try to bring in Ledger here and now. Or we could try and bring in Mew and just kind of see what happens. Yeah, we kind of lost. There's not really too much we can do here, guys. I figured as much. It was really hard to prepare for his team. Like, everything countered my team. Definitely let me see some flaws in mine. So, we're just kind of going to go with it. Ledger's going to go down to this most likely. Actually, no, he lives, but not very well. He's going to be going down next turn for sure, though. And we can just kind of go for a Mega Horn this turn. I mean, Earthquake, yeah, will take us out. Unfortunately so. And that's going to be game. It stinks to lose, but... I mean, there's not much we can do against this team. It was crazy. It was crazy to try to prepare for. Absolutely. We'll just, we'll just send out Mavis. Whatever. Probably dies the rocks. Doesn't die the rocks, but that's cool. Just, I don't know. Psyshock. Psyshock? Sure. Why not? I mean, we could go for anything else, but there's no point. So, just hit Psyshock. Get some damage off on this thing. There's some Psyshock as he goes for his Earthquake. and that's going to be GG. Let's bring in our Dirty Dan, and that's it. Fortunately, we do get a pretty bad loss, a 4-0 loss, but it happens, guys. It happens. We just are going to go for an Ice Punch. He's going to go for Earthquake. That should take us down, and that's a good game to Gearhart. I think it's a crit as the final hit. It's not like it mattered at all in any way. But good game, Gearhart. Go check out his channel. Link is down below, as well as all the other PGL stuff, so go check that out. Like I said, it was an unfortunate match, but it was all completely in matchup and whatnot. Like, literally had a counter for all of my wall breakers, which I don't have many of, and like, he just had a really good, solid team compared to for facing my team, that is. And in prep, I just knew it. I knew I had lost in prep, just looking at his team. But I don't know, Kieran White, like, it didn't really do much this game, but that's definitely a mon that I think a lot of people are kind of thinking is a little broken this season. So we had to go up against, like, the top dog Pokemon this match. So, I mean, we did all right. We got 2 kills. Unfortunate loss, but we'll try again next week, and we'll see what happens. So thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you all in the next one. Till then, stay frosty. Peace out.